Come travel with us to 10 Presidents' Birthplaces. Welcome to the Travel History Trail. Today we're diving into the early lives and birthplaces of 10 U.S. presidents. These stories reveal that even the greatest leaders started from humble beginnings, and some faced incredible challenges along the way. Let's explore these fascinating tales. 1. George Washington was born on February 22, 1732, at Ferry Farm in Virginia. Traveled to his birthplace and experienced the roots of America's first president. As a boy, he was known for his curiosity and love of adventure. Legend says he chopped down a cherry tree and told his father, "I cannot tell a lie," symbolizing his honesty. While historians debate the truth of that story, what's clear is that Washington loved exploring the outdoors and was a natural leader from a young age. Interestingly, his family's estate was a frontier farm, and young George grew up learning how to survey land, a skill that later helped him become a military leader. Washington's early interest in surveying made him one of the youngest surveyors in Virginia at age 17, shaping his understanding of land and strategy. 2. Thomas Jefferson was born in 1743 at his family estate called Shadwell. Visit his birthplace to walk in the footsteps of the author of the Declaration of Independence. As a child, he was a prodigy, learning Latin, Greek, and French by age 9. Jefferson's early fascination with knowledge was evident. He built a small mechanical clock and was an avid reader. His childhood was also marked by a keen interest in architecture and science, passions that he pursued throughout his life. Jefferson's father was a landowner and surveyor, which exposed him early to the world of land management and politics. Jefferson was a lifelong inventor. As a young man, he designed a portable desk and even created a device to measure the speed of ships, showing his inventive mind from a young age. 3. Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809 in a one-room log cabin in Kentucky. Journey to his humble beginnings and see where the great emancipator started. His family moved frequently, and he had little formal schooling, just about a year in total. Despite this, Lincoln was an avid reader, often borrowing books from neighbors and teaching himself. He famously said, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis." As a young man, he worked as a rail splitter, store clerk, and surveyor, all jobs that built his resilience and problem-solving skills. Lincoln's self-education was so intense that he once read the entire Bible and borrowed a law book, which sparked his legal career. 4. Theodore Roosevelt was born in 1858 in Manhattan. Explore his birthplace and discover the early life of this adventurous president. As a child, he was frail and suffered from asthma, which made outdoor play difficult. Determined to improve his health, Roosevelt became an avid hiker, boxer, and naturalist. His love of nature led him to establish national parks and protect wildlife as president. Despite his health issues, Roosevelt was ambitious. He once delivered a 90-minute speech to the New York State Assembly at age 23, showing his early drive. Roosevelt was also a prolific writer and published over 150,000 words a year as a young man, showing a deep love for learning and communication. 5. Franklin D. Roosevelt was born in 1882 into a wealthy and influential family. Traveled to his birthplace to learn about the roots of a president who led through crisis. As a child, he was energetic and loved sports. But at age 39, he contracted polio, which left him paralyzed from the waist down. Many don't know that FDR refused to let his disability define him. He worked tirelessly to recover and became a symbol of resilience. During his childhood, Roosevelt was also an avid reader and a talented horseback rider, traits that helped him develop confidence and leadership. Roosevelt's family estate was a hub of political activity, and he was first introduced to politics by his mother, who was very active in social causes. 6. James Madison, born in 1751, was called the Father of the Constitution. Visit his birthplace to see where America's foundational ideas began. Growing up in Virginia, he was an avid reader, especially of law and government. As a boy, Madison was small and fragile, but incredibly intelligent. He was also a skilled debater from a young age, often engaging in school debates that foreshadowed his role in shaping the nation's founding documents. Madison was so passionate about the Constitution that he kept detailed notebooks of his ideas and debates, many of which helped shape the final draft. 7. Andrew Jackson was born in 1767 in the Waxhaws region of South Carolina. Traveled to his birthplace and experienced the frontier spirit. His childhood was marked by tragedy. His mother died when he was young, and he lost his father as a teenager. Jackson was a tough, resilient boy who grew up fighting in the Revolutionary War at age 13. He was also known for his fiery temper and fearless attitude, traits that served him well as a military leader and president. Jackson was the first president to have been a prisoner of war, held captive by the British during the Revolutionary War. 8. Ulysses S. Grant was born in 1822 in Ohio. Visit his birthplace to discover the early life of the Civil War general and president. As a boy, he was quiet and studious, and he loved riding horses. His family owned a farm, and Grant was known for his honesty and strong work ethic. Interestingly, Grant attended West Point Military Academy, where he struggled initially, but eventually became a top student, an early sign of his leadership potential. Grant's childhood love of horses and riding helped him develop patience and discipline, qualities that defined his military career. 9. John F. Kennedy was born in 1917 in Brookline, Massachusetts. Travel to his birthplace and see where the legacy of JFK began. As a child, he was energetic and curious, often exploring outdoors and engaging in sports. Kennedy faced health issues. He suffered from severe colds and illnesses, and was often weak. But he was determined to overcome these obstacles, which fueled his resilience. His early interest in politics and leadership was evident when he organized school debates and was active in student government. Kennedy was an avid reader and loved history. He kept a detailed diary that revealed his deep curiosity about the world. 10. Ronald Reagan was born in 1911 in Tampico, Illinois. Visit his birthplace to learn about the beginnings of the great communicator. As a boy, he was a good student and loved sports, especially football. Reagan's early life was marked by a love of movies and storytelling. He even studied economics and acted in college plays. Before becoming a politician, he was a Hollywood actor, which helped him develop his communication skills and connect with the American people. Reagan's childhood nickname was Dutch, and he was known for his cheerful personality and optimistic outlook, traits that helped him become one of America's most beloved presidents. From humble beginnings to the highest office in the land, these presidents' early lives remind us that perseverance, curiosity, and resilience can turn dreams into reality. Their stories inspire us to chase our own ambitions no matter where we start. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the Travel History Trail.